We'll quickly finish up this lesson and then we'll get down to some homework and kind of remind ourselves about inverse trig functions and things like that. So here's one that says find the value of the tangent of the cosine inverse of x over 5. So basically what this is saying is there's some angle measure theta that we want to put into the tangent function machine, and theta is the cosine inverse of x over 5. So there was some theta measure that when I put it in the cosine function machine, I got x over 5 out of it. So let's go into a right triangle and let's draw this, and this may help us answer this question. Here's theta, and if the cosine of theta is x over 5, then I know adjacent was x, and I know the hypotenuse was 5. Now I don't know what y was, but I can find y in terms of x, because it has to be true that x squared plus y squared equals 5 squared. So y squared has to equal 25 minus x squared, and there is y in terms of x. So anytime I need to write y, or anytime I need the opposite side of the angle measure theta, then I can write this instead. So it has to be true that the tangent of the cosine inverse of x over 5 is equivalent to the tangent of this angle measure theta, which is opposite, which we said was 25 minus x squared, over adjacent, which has to be x. So here's another kind of the last example, the same kind of idea. The sine of theta is the same theta for the tangent inverse of 2 over x, and so that means the tangent of some theta measure was 2 over x. So this tells me opposite, this tells me adjacent. We'll go back into a right triangle and we'll do the same thing. Here's theta. This tells me that opposite was 2 and adjacent was x. So we'll call this, we could call this y, or we could call it h, whatever you want to call it. It has to be true that the hypotenuse squared equals x squared plus 2 squared, which is 4. So the hypotenuse is the square root of the sum of the squares of those sides. So for theta, the sine of our angle measure theta is opposite over hypotenuse. So there we are. So you could answer questions like that as well. So this finishes up the 2 videos for this lesson. Come to class next time and we'll do some review work on inverse trig functions.